Hello everybody, we are live. Good to see you all. Sorry, we had a bit of an echo, but it's gone now. Hello, hello, hello. Sorry. Good evening everybody, welcome. We are live and we're gonna play tonight. Hi Rosalie, Patricia, Saskia, hello Holly, Janet, hello. Welcome Janet, right on time. Kathleen, Meina, Diana, Ivor, Joe, Paula. Hello everybody, Dimfna, Olivia, too many people to name already. Good to see you all. Hi Ingrid, good to see you. Yeah, hi Jennifer. I've been a bit busy and I thought, well, am I going to do the live today? I don't know. And then I thought, well, you know what? I am, because I just want to have a bit of me time, a bit of playing, because it's been quite a hectic week. Hello back to Massachusetts. Hi Tricia. So yeah, now I'm all fun. Nothing serious, all fun and games and all nice things. But yeah, it's been a bit hectic. I've got a workshop tomorrow with 18 ladies, 17. And so that is going to be fun. But yeah, that's always quite a lot of work to prepare, at least the way I do it. So it's going to be a fun day tomorrow, that's for sure. And then all my craft stuff is packed. So I thought, what am I going to do? Because everything's packed and I need to bring that tomorrow. So then I thought, I've got an idea. I'm going to do a technique that I saw. I think it was Jennifer McGuire do with stencils, but then I thought, no, wait, this could be done with stamps as well. So that's what we're doing today. So, yep, teaching class all day tomorrow and then rush home and do the live at 8. Everything's prepared. So even if I get home at 10 to 8, I can still do the live. No problem. And that's fun. It's also fun again. So that's so without any further ado, I've got my coffee, so I'm gonna finish that, and let's switch the camera around so we can see a sort of empty, sort of cleanish sheet. I need to put this in the dishwasher. And I've got another idea. If I go really quick with this one, I might be able to do that one. So, I don't know what this is. All right, okay. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the scripts from the past stamp set, which is, I adore this set. So, yeah, we're going to be playing with that, and we're going to use both of the stamps with that. So I've got and we're going to make a card. Did I say that already? I'm not going to make a journal page. It's been a while. I don't think have I ever done a card during a live on Thursday? I don't know. Not many anyway. So I've got my card base. I had a clean card base ready. But why? Let's clean this off, shall we? Long live the Mona Sand eraser. That's going to be covered anyway. So there we go. I've got my card base ready. I've got a craft panel. And I've got my front panel. The front panel is cut out of abandoned paper pack. Gorgeous print. We're going to be covering up most of it, but you will still see the print through, and I think that is the most fun bit. Ooh, are you getting it, Olivia? That's fun. I hope you love it as much as we all do. So I'm just gathering the stuff that I need. So, yeah, let's get started. If you haven't done so yet, give this video a thumbs up, because that helps other people find me as well. Right, normally I would always stamp with a pigment ink, because it's always nice and sharp, and in this case I don't want to do that because of what I'm doing afterwards. I'll explain. But if I would stamp with a pigment ink, then this would shine through. I don't want that. So I'm going to use Scorched Timber, my new favorite from the Distress range. And we're gonna do that. It looks like my comments are stuck. Yeah, there we go. Hi Sandra, hi Jose. They're working again. So I'm gonna use Scorched Timber to stamp, and I'm gonna do something weird, because for what I want a lot of detail on the background. So I'm just gonna ink this one up. line it out, sort of in the middle. Not that important, but they are. Yeah, I still love this paper pack. Actually, I've been using the grungy wood lately a lot during the workshops that I've done, and that one is also really nice. Look, stunning stamp. I love it. If you don't do anything, this is for me already very nice. But hey, hi Belinda. No problem, Janet. I know. I want more detail on there, so I'm gonna ink it up again. And I mean, this is a bit risky, but if worst comes to worst, I'll turn it over and use the other side. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna line it up, sort of, and I have to hover over it. So, and then so this is where I stamped, and then I'm gonna go up 2 lines and stamp again in between where I stamped before. Does that make sense? Hi Geetje. So I've stamped it, and then I went up 2 lines and stamped again in between the lines. And then you get this super fine detailed script. Okay, looks like a hot mess now. It is a hot mess now, but it'll be fine. It will be fine. Just let me get a baby wipe. Oh, you know what? I can do it like this. Just spritz that with water. I don't want the distress ink sitting on my stamp, so that's why I'm cleaning it off. Right. Then I'm going to take my heat tool and really dry this. Hi Femke. I just wanted more script on there. Okay, then I'm going to take, yes, I'm thinking about it, my embossing magic, because in this case it's really important that I don't get any stray embossing powder anywhere. So I'm really giving that a good brush, like so. Then I'm going to take my Misty and put this. It does, doesn't it, Petra? It's going to be better. It's going to be, yeah. So, then I'm going to take my stamp. I'm going to position that on there. This medallion stamp is lovely. Is it sort of straight? I think it is, actually. Okay. Okay. Then I'm going to take my WOW embossing ink. You can use any sticky ink. I just like the WOW one because it's staying wet a bit longer. And I'm going to really ink up this stamp. Now this is a big solid stamp, so you need a lot of ink for that. Hi Astrid. So, ink it up. And stamp. Press that on there. Now why do I like the WOW embossing ink? It stays wet just a tiny bit longer. So yeah, that helps. If you are slow like me, that helps. I'm going to give it another coat. Hi Wilma. Now this technique is also really fun when you do an art journal page or something, but I just wanted to make a card. I was in a mood to make a card. And this set, yeah, lends itself perfectly for card making as well. So, giving that a bit of a massage. Close up your ink, David. Okay. Now take this off. Put him to the side. And I've got some white embossing powder here. I've got that in a big tub. Hi Cindy. And I'm going to cover up that medallion with my embossing powder. That's the benefit of doing it in a tub like this. Don't know if you can see it. I can clearly see it. It's on there. Now, normally I would take my Wow heat tool. Now I've got to use this one because the other one is packed. And I'm going to melt this powder. Now this will take a bit longer than with my other heat tool, but yeah, in the end it will work. Just going to let it heat for a second. There we go. And there it goes. There's a good layer on there. I can already see that. You see the shine? Just making sure I've got it all. And if it's not perfect, I don't mind, because it's, yeah, that fits the grungy look of this stamp anyway. So now I left it, the stamp in my MISTI, because if I want to, I can stamp it again. I'm not gonna, because I think this is good enough, you see. But if you want to, you could stamp again and do another layer of embossing powder. You can stop right here, but I'm not. And some people will be in shock about what I'm going to do now, but I will make sure this is really cool and not sticky anymore. Because now what I'm going to do is a sort of an embossed, not sort of, it is an embossed resist. So I'm going to take my Uncharted Mariner. I just thought blue and browns go well together, so why not? And it's a really nice dark brown. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over this. Really good thick layer. And I see I need a re-inking for that. This one is pretty dry. Actually, don't understand why, but okay, we'll get there. So I'm just going to cover this whole thing. This is a card. But you can easily use this as an art journal page. The technique is really fun with that as well. Come on. Something here. You know what? This is not covering the way I want it to. So I'm going to do something else to it. But this is the fun bit. I'm just going to spritz some water onto my towel. And wipe that excess ink off. And I love this effect. You can see the script through. You see that? That was my go-to plan now, Patricia, to see if I can use the oxide to get more coverage, because I don't like the fact that you can see the script through. So let me find my oxide in the right color. I've got that here somewhere. It should be. All my oxides are here, but just finding it quickly. Chipped sapphire. It should be here then. Price ribbon, faded jeans, stormy sky, crumbled glass. Where is my? I know I've got it. just let me... I'm quickly going through my oxide stash, which I nearly have all the colors, but of course the one you need is not there. And I don't understand why exactly, but okay. Ah, found it. It was in with the greens. Don't ask me why. No, it's not packed. Got it. Uncharted Mariner. Okay, now we've got a good base layer on there already, so I'm just gonna cover this up. That's better. That is way better. Now, of course, my hands are... I just need a scrap piece of paper, so I don't get my fingerprints on there. I've got sort of an organizer that I can just slide them in. It's wood. This is way better. Okay, that's a good layer. Now you don't see the script anymore, which is cool. This is the oxide, this is the ink. Now, come back with my cloth again. It is playing, right? That's what I said. I'm gonna play. This is like magic when you wipe it off. I love that effect. I'm just doing the first layer, and then I'm going to give it a second to dry a bit. And I know it was quite pretty before, but now this really stands out to me. Now this is a bit too bright, but we're going to work on that. Just let me clean up my mess. Just let me dry this before I... There we go. And then I'm going to take my scissors, but I think this is stunning, and I'm going to rip up the edges. Oops. And what I like about this technique is that you can see the paper through, you see the script through. Yeah. You can also do this with stencil. If you take, for instance, the new one of the new stencils with the numbers, that's a cool effect as well, I think. Hi, Rick. So I'm just grunching this up because, well, I like that. I've got this Tim Holtz grunge thingy, but don't know where. Somewhere. When I finish this workshop, I'm gonna need a good organizing session in my craft room, because with the trip to the UK and then everything that was after that, it's a mess. Right. Coming back with Uncharted, with the scorched timber. Well, Femke, I didn't know that, but hey, this is not pink. And I'm just gonna dab that on. I love that. Scorched timber makes it look scorched, and I think that is, you see that? Instant grungy vintage. Then I'm just gonna put it down and slightly come in and blendy towards the inside a bit. Just because I can. And I like that it draws the attention even more to the center of that panel. All sorts of flubbery stuff on there. There we go. Now it's coming together. There we go. Here's my panel done. And what I'm just gonna do, using a bit of Uncharted Mariner on a brush, is sort of blend that together, make that transition a bit softer. Yeah, like that. See that? And you very lightly see the pattern from the paper shining through and the text very lightly, so that gives it dimension. That's what I like. Right. Clean up my mess, because messy it is. Give that a quick blast with my heat tool to dry it all. Because there's a lot of moisture in the card now. There we go. Look at that. Right, then what I've got here, but I'm not sure it's already dry. No, it's not. Bugger. I put some glossy accents on the butterfly. And this is non-stick paper, but it's sticking. Come on, let go. So what this is, it's quite funny actually. For my when I went on TV for wait, let me tell you. There. When I went on TV for Create and Craft, I just thought my watercolor palette needs to be nice and clean. Now, if you know me, my watercolor palette does not look nice and clean because I use it, and that is what it's for. But I just thought on TV it needs to be cool. So I cleaned that up very thoroughly, and then I had a baby wipe that was full of color. Fantastic. So I let that dry, stuck that to a piece of paper, cut out the butterfly, and that's this one. And then I thought, okay, but you need something more, so I'm going to put on some glossy accents. But you see, oh, switch cameras, David. There we go. Back to this. So yeah, that is the story of this paper. There's something in there that I don't want in there. So there we go. That's better. So I'm going to dry this because, well, we don't have time to let that sit there all the way. I know, right? I know. tweezers are packed. Oh, got them here. So I'm just going to help this along because I can. And what I also got is this. Now this is sort of parchment paper. Oh, that's bubbling up weird. Oh well. Nothing wrong with that. Adds to the grungy look. You see that? Did you see that? Look. 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 But I actually like that. Happy accident. Right? Happy accident. Okay, let that cool for a second if it lets go. So what I've got here is this is sort of parchment paper. I don't know. It's greasy paper. So, yeah. Are you guys still there? Oh, yes. I hear my alarm beeping, which normally means we've got a problem with the internet. So if I'm gone, guys. So I'm just going to crack this up a bit. That's not so weird, because oxides are a mixture of permanent inks and dye inks. So that's probably why. Now I'm going to mutilate him. I'm going to trim off his body, because we don't need that. I like that nice and crunchy. And I want some of that blue on him, so I'm going to get my ink. Good, I'm still here. Now normally when the alarm starts beeping, it means that the internet is gone, which is not handy when you're live. But it stopped beeping now, so I think it was just a little hiccup. So this is fun. You see, I just grabbed a bit of color. And how are you? Are you? He is. Look at that. Oh, I love that. Okay, that is cool. So I'm going to cut off this. Bloop. And there. This is so cool. Okay. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer these together, but offset, obviously. So I'm just going to... Wrong glue, David, wrong glue. There we go. A bit of art, glitter glue. And then I'm going to offset this like so. See? And then I've got a body that I've cut out in black. And you can do this in any color you want, but I like this to be in black because of the contrast. If you don't want to do it in black, don't do it in black. Somebody was commenting on me when I was doing a demo that I thought, well, this is my make. She wouldn't have that. She thought it was stupid that I used a black body. Well, you do you. You see, I like that contrast. But now I've got this beautiful butterfly. Then I'm just gonna stick down on there. I'm just gonna give him a bit of glue, not too much, not too fussy about it. As long as this part is really stuck down, I'm okay. So, I'm just going to position him on here, like so. Yeah, so even if you are not an art journaler, but if you make cards, this collection, you need it, because, you see? Then I've got one of my journal phrases. And the obvious thing was to use the happy birthday that's in there. But I'm going to use life is short, so smile. Straight would be nice though. David, that's what you get for looking at the comments. Yeah, and there's black here, and this is the nice brown again. Yeah, I like it. So, take my matte layer, just put that on there. There we go. Just enough glue because it's a bit warped. Line it up. And I love on the craft how that blue is standing out there. You see? Oh, thank you, Cindy. Love this. Oh. Now, hands. Before I'm going to touch that white card, I need to clean my hands because, well, that's going to be messy. Just make sure it's nice and clean. Well, sort of. This will not. That's the only thing with Uncharted Mariner. It stings to your fingers and it will not let go. Exactly. That's what I said. Literally those words. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what you will make from it. And then she bought the set, so so put this one on there. And yes, I can use tape for this, but I never. I like the wiggle room I get with this. And if I put tape on it, I still put glue over the tape to get the wiggle room. So I thought, well, why make life so difficult? Straight would be nice, David. That's why I want the wiggle room, you see? There we go. That is way better. Look at that. Oh, love it. Now, idea popping in my head. I've got this really nice light creamy color. Where's my Misty gone? Here's my Misty. What I'm going to do is on the inside, I'm going to use cookie dough. I love the names from Simon Hurley. This is a very light, pale color. I'm just going to stamp this in here. You're welcome, Andrea. Oh, yeah, this is just this stamp. Oh, look at that. This is just lovely. This stamp. Oh, and I just like it that when you open it, it comes back and you can still write over this. No issues. Just make sure it's dry before you close it. Ask me how I know. So, that is the card. That went quick, but I love it. I love it. Okay, so I think we have time. What do you got? Do you guys want to see another project? I've got an idea. So if you want to, we can. It's up to you. Say yes if you want to. Say no if you don't. No is also an answer, right? I'm not going to be offended. So predictable, guys. Okay. Well, last week I made this journal. Don't know if you remember that or if you've seen it. Loved the journal, how it turned out. It dried beautifully. It's nice, it's firm. And this is going to be my sort of play journal with watercolor paints. And then I've got this black piece. Let me just clean this up. Of watercolor paper. And someone gifted me these. Those are Rembrandt. Sorry, I was catching up on the comments. Rembrandt. I don't know. There's nothing else on there. I swatched them. I've got this little swatch book that I've got all my inks and all these things in. They are called Rembrandt Special Effects. That's and they are special because, well, you don't see much from it like this. Paint journal, that was it. Thank you, Femke. But it, yeah, you will see it's going to be quite spectacular. Just let me clean up my mess a bit so I'm ready to go. So, I've got my card panel in black, not my card, my journal panel. That's going to be on here. See, nice white border. And that's a bit of the idea that I had for this. So I'm going to spritz that with water. So that's the only downside of this paint, is that it's really not activating that quickly. So I've got, these are real watercolor brushes. Let's give them a go, right? Just let me fill this up with water a bit because my tub is full but with dirty water. And I'm going to, oh, you see, my brush is dirty as well. Ah, David. Okay, there we go. So I'm just going to activate that pigment, and that's the only thing, they take long to activate, but it's going to be stunning. If you see these on the black, oof, watch what's going to happen. Do you see that? Oh, that is going to be fantastic. This is, yeah, this is yummy. So, going to use some bit of this purpley pink color. Like that. And this one. And now I've spritzed them with water first, and that helps to activate them. This sort of teal color is also... And it's so funny because if you put this on white, you hardly see them. I want it to come off the paper here and then off the paper there. So, yeah. Beautiful for a butterfly, beautiful for a dragonfly. I mean, imagine the dragonfly with white embossing on black and then coloring that in. Oh, yummy. Do I have a dragonfly here? By any chance? No. They're all packed. They all flew away. So I'm just going to build up this intensity. I'm going to stick to these 3 color. Thanks, Ingrid. That's fun stuff, this. Just going to let that blend out a bit. Let it do its thing. Come back to the first color. I'm just going to, let it do its thing a bit. That's the beauty of watercolor. There, I think that is good. Now, if you let this air dry, it's way more beautiful. Yeah, it's like a galaxy. So drying this, and then when it's dry you can really see it shine. You see? That is just, oh, love that. Love, love, love that. Just gonna dab off a bit of the moisture here. Don't need that. And make sure it's completely dry. Yeah, these are called, I just looked it up, bear with me. They are by Rembrandt, which is, I think, talents, but I'm not sure. And they are called Rembrandt Special Effects. Now here you see them on black, and here's the white on white. You see the difference? This is really like an interference on white. And the intensity is really... Now we've used these. They have the glitter in. But I could say, okay, I'm going to add some of this to make it more solid. I'm not going to, because I love this. But you can mix and match. And this is... You've got this, they've got different names. You've got sparkle, you've got chameleon, and you've got interference. So that's the 3 categories that are in here. So these are lovely. That's it. Dry-ish. Make sure it's really dry. Okay. Then I'm going to take my script stamp again. And some white pigment ink. And I'm going to stamp that right on there. There we go. So no rhyme or reason, just put some on there. Then I'm taking my clear embossing powder, no, sorry, my white embossing powder. And there we go. Cover that. Where's my lid? I just had my lid. Here it is. And then I'm going to take a fluffy brush And I'm just going to wipe this off here, because I don't want it there. And there's still some white pigment ink there, but that's fine. And I'm going to melt this. Be patient again. They would? Yeah, that's what I thought, talents. Thanks. So, next I'm taking let me get it out. This little stamp from the Pluses and More. Got an itchy nose, which is annoying, but okay. Ink that up with my white pigment ink. And put that right there. Hi, Pam. There we go. Take my embossing powder again. And put it on. There we go. Nice. And melt that again. I think I grabbed my wrong embossing powder, because this looks pretty transparent to me. So we can fix that. Yeah, it was the clear. Nobody was shouting at me. Who was shouting at me? You're doing it wrong. So I'm just heating it up, making sure it's melted. And quickly drop on some more. There we go. Just clean this off a bit. That's a wrong brush. That was the dry brush, David. There we go. Yep, that's correct. Well, I didn't look at the label. That's why it went wrong. Oh dear. But we'll get there. It's going to be fine. There we go. That's better. Nice. Okay, so now I can look and I can have a glance over, say, okay, I need a bit more color. So I'm going to build up the intensity. They're in the same container, yeah, and yeah, transparent embossing powder looks white. So I'm just going to build up a bit more color. Now this is an embossing powder, so that will resist. So that gives me the opportunity to just intensify the color where I want it. And this will act, yeah, the same as we did before. Emboss resist. It will do its thing. So Then I'm going to take this color, and I've already sprayed that with water so that it was really activated. And do a bit of splattering, like so, and with this one. Like so. Okay. Close your paints, David. Close your paints. Walk away. Walk away. Just gonna let that dry for a second while I clean my stamp. There we go. Splatters are always good, right? And then what I want to do is just take one of my sentiments. Now this is nice and dry now, so put that to the side, get my scissors, and see the good. I like that saying, so I'm going to take that, cut it out, and then I'm going to really trim it around the black, because I don't want that white showing on the border, so I'm just going to trim it off. And then I'm going to take a Sharpie. There it is. Still spotless. Now eating is something else. I had chili tonight and it was everywhere on my shirt. Paint I can handle. You see? Now you don't see the white border anymore, and that's good. And that is all I'm going to do to this one. I'm just going to glue that down right there. So I like that it's got a flow going this way and the stamp, and yeah, it's got a nice flow to it, in my opinion. You're warned. No. Look, how cool. I love this. And it's, if you look at it like this, you think, and then you go like this, and oh, look at that. Oh, magic. You can, but I don't want to, because I think this is more than enough. So that is my first panel done in my paint journal, so to speak. And there will be many more. No, this is just I used the corner. The pages are in the labels, tags and more, and I just cut out a matte layer myself and rounded the corners. Have a fantastic holiday. See you. Oh no, that was Heather. Sorry, Janet. Mixing everybody up today. So that's the first page in my play journal, my paint play journal. Many pages more to follow, so that's going to be fun. So that was it for today. Now I'm done. Those were the ideas I had in mind. Oh, this one. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Now, this is going to be hard to photograph, I think, but we'll see. We'll see. But this one, that will be an easy one. So, thank you for joining me, guys. Again, if you haven't done so yet, please give this video a thumbs up. And, yeah, Elsa's on Create and Craft tomorrow. That's going to be fun. I'm not going to be watching because, well, that is... I'm going to be teaching a class, but she will have fun as well. So, Rosalie, I'll see you tomorrow. And everybody else, I don't know. Oh, tomorrow evening, live at Elizabeth Craft Designs. I would almost forget. No. That's going to be fun as well. I'm going to be playing in making a journal page. So that's going to be fun again. So that is for tomorrow. That was it for today. Thank you for joining me. Have a fantastic weekend ahead. And I'd love to see you for the next one. Thank you. Bye.